Yo, what is going on, guys? Legion TK here, coming at you with a little bit of gameplay commentary. And since the Titanfall was released last night or 2 nights ago, whatever it was, I'm gonna bring some Titanfall gameplay. But this is not from the actual game. This is from the beta still. I wanted to buy Titanfall on the dashboard, but when I got home from work, apparently the Microsoft servers are down. It said it'll be up in a few minutes to 30 minutes. We'll keep you updated in 30 minutes, but apparently 6 or 7 hours later, still not up, and it is annoying. I wanted to play all day. I wanted to buy it. I wanted to play. I want to get some good content for you guys, something new, but I'm unable to do that because the servers are down. It's really annoying. So here's some beta gameplay. I hope I did not upload this one yet. I hope you guys enjoy. And the commentary I want to talk about today is a little bit of a, kind of tying in what I had yesterday. Yesterday, I was a throwback gameplay commentary where I was talking about the old style games, what I missed about, what I loved about, and this is going to go off that. This is going to be about the, the way games have been dying. So essentially, the dying breed of the new generation of games. And what that means is there's so many elements and details and everything about the old style games, the old games that everyone loved and enjoyed before. All of that has just gone to the wayside in the new generation. And I have my reasonings. I have what I believe is what everyone's doing, and I have my explanations for this. So, first off, I'm going to say games before, they were all about the gameplay, all about the storyline, all about getting you involved with the game. It brought you into the environment, it brought you into the universe, and I'm going to use the exact same examples I used yesterday. Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, and Mass Effect. Those two game series, those two game franchises, I guess they're franchises, but those two games, they had some of the best storylines I've ever played. Actually, the best storylines I've ever played. They have some of the most recognizable characters ever. The storyline is amazing, the characters are amazing, and the entire universe in both those games are amazing. It feels like you are actually there. It's like you are part of the universe. You're reliving all of that, and it just drags you into the atmosphere. It drags you into the game, and that's why old school games have been so much better. Is because of the stories, the characters, the development of the characters. You start feeling for the characters. You have emotions for what's happening to these characters, and the gameplays are flawless. The controls are great, the feel is great, and just the story is amazing. That is what I miss about games, and nowadays that is all gone. If you look at any Call of Duty franchise, you don't remember the story. You remember a few missions. You remember Call of Duty 4 all gillied up, and you're using that 50 cal to shoot off Zakhaev's arm. I think his name is Zakhaev. But you're shooting off his arm, and you remember bits and pieces of the single player. If you remember Knights of the Republic, you remember everything. You remember the missions. Well, I don't know the missions, but you remember where you've been, the worlds, the things you've done, how to do the story. You remember everything. Same thing with Mass Effect. You remember what you did. You remember the heroic speeches that were given. You remember everything. Call of Duty, nothing. Battlefield, you don't remember anything. It's just all gone. Like, some of the greatest games ever created are the Call of Duty franchise. Actually, it was one of the greatest games or franchises ever created is the Call of Duty franchise. You don't remember it for the single player. You don't remember it for that. And that is why I think it is not a complete game. It's because of that. I think of a complete game having that awesome replayability, that awesome story arc, what I was explaining, the story, characters, environment, everything about that makes the game amazing. That is what I love about games, and that has all gone downhill. That has all gone away. It seems today all developers really, really care about, as you see in Titanfall, is the graphics. Graphics are huge. I must say, you must have a game look good. I mean, it's not a must. Games that look good are nice and appealing. I'm not gonna lie, they are. But that doesn't create the gameplay, the story, and everything that you need to have an amazing game. Graphics are important, yes, but they're not everything. That's not what I look for. I don't really care if the game looks amazing. If you look at the Walking Dead Telltale games, those aren't realistic graphics. They're cartoony. But that is the best storyline you'll ever get in these generation of games. It's a new game. Episode 2 just came out, and that is the best storyline ever. It's one of the best. I can't say best ever because that's very objective, so I can't say that. But it's one of the best storylines ever, and it is some of the worst graphics ever. So why are companies so dead set on graphics. They need to go back to the basics. Go back to the story. Go back to the gameplay. Go back to that. It's not all about multiplayer. Titanfall is a complete multiplayer only game. I've heard there's a campaign where you do multiplayer missions or something. I don't know. I don't know. But it's not a single player campaign you'll remember, you will love, you will enjoy. You're not going to miss characters. You're not going to know characters. And that sucks. I remember everything from Shepard and from Basta Lashan and Revan and Malik. I miss all that. I remember all that. I remember everything of that. And that is missing. All these development companies for video games nowadays are caring about the graphics. They're caring about that huge, innovative idea. Call of Duty tried to do with the dynamic maps, and what a bunch of bullshit. They did nothing but fail at making maps. No one cares about their story. No one cared. Actually, the story had a cliffhanger, but that was it. The rest of the story sucked. But Call of Duty, it doesn't have that story. It doesn't have the gameplay elements that will pull you into the environment. And that is honestly a dying breed in today's generation. They just care about the graphics. They care about the multiplayer replayability, which is understandable. They want people to play their game. They want people to keep playing their game. I understand. I do get it. But what I don't get is, why can't you do that in the single player? Why can't you do that? I have played so much of Mass Effect. So much of Star Wars Knights of the Republic. Played both of them at least 10 times each, maybe more. Each of those games 10 times each. I've played them differently. Why can't development companies do that? Create multiple storylines, actually have dynamic changes to those storylines. That is key. That is huge, and that needs to happen in more games. They did that in The Walking Dead. They can do it again. They can do it in bigger games. They can do it in Titanfall, but they didn't. They wanted multiplayer only, which is fine. But if you want people to keep playing your game, you got to make an amazing story. You got to make an amazing environment and everything, and that has gone away the wayside. If Mass Effect had DLC, or if it had more DLC to, it broaden the game, actually impact the game and the storyline and everything that, the story originally brought, I would buy the DLC. I would buy more DLC. I would keep playing that game. I would not just do it for, oh, you get a new gun. That's not the DLC I want. That's, I don't know. I'm trying to explain this the best I can. It's just a whole frustrating topic that it's just gone away, and I honestly do miss. I know I said that multiple times, but it's true. If you look at any of the games today, there's not that great a story. There's not that great of dynamic elements that will bring you into the world, that will make it feel like you're there. I'm going to keep saying Knights of the Republic and Mass Effect. Those two universes brought you there. They made you feel like you were there. And I really wish more games would do that. Honestly, I hope there are AAA titles that are being made to be a story game. Fallout was good. Skyrim was amazing. Those were games that were single player, had DLC. I know Skyrim did. Skyrim had DLC. That is awesome. Though that's the type of game that I really love and enjoy. But that would be pretty cool if Elder Scrolls Skyrim, the Elder Scroll Online, that's what I'm talking about, ESO. If that is like Skyrim, but multiplayer, that will be epic. If they do it like Skyrim, that would be an amazing game. I am looking forward to that. I think that would be an amazing game if they do it kind of like WoW, kind of like World of Warcraft, because it's the best MMO. But if they also do it like Skyrim, they need the game like Skyrim. They need a storyline that you can follow, that you have to follow. I honestly enjoy it. You don't have to follow, but there needs to be a main storyline that actually, say, hey, you're the Dragonborn. You can do this. I hope ESO does that. I think that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. Live in a universe, MMO. You have other players that you can kill, other players you can join and mission with and do all this other stuff. I think that'd be awesome. But it seriously is a dying breed, and if you don't think I am right, if you think that games are going in the right direction, let me know. I want to see your opinions. What do you guys think? Do you think games are going in the right direction? If they should stick to multiplayer only? If they should follow Titanfall's footsteps and be multiplayer only? Were you guys getting tired of the first-person shooters? And I don't know what happens to the gameplay. It freezes up right here. I don't know why. I may have posted this gameplay already from that. So if I have, I'm sorry, but I don't have any new Titanfall. I couldn't get on. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's okay that it's multiplayer only? Is that what you want? Do you guys want that story arc? Do you want that story gameplay that'll bring you into the universe? Is that what you want? Let me know. Let me know what you guys look for in the games. If you want just multiplayer, like Call of Duty, like Titanfall, do you want just that? Do you want a mixture of that? Or do you want games like Star Wars, Knights of the Republic, and Mass Effect? The Mass Effect tried doing multiplayer, but they did it. I thought they did that terribly. They could have done something so much better, but I don't know. Things could have been different. I don't know. But what do you guys think? What do you guys want in games? What do you guys look for in games? And are you guys sad at the way games are turning out? They are amazing games, but is this what you want? Is this the type of game that you want for the rest of your life? Games like this, or games that bring you into the universe like Star Wars and Mass Effect? That is what I want. And I know they can do that. I know they can have those multiple paths that can make games different, completely different. And I hope they're doing that. I hope they're bringing that out. But that's all the time I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed my gameplay.